Living down south and having previously lived in London, I'm so used to charity shops being actually quite expensive. So when I went to this one and the prices were pretty good, I was really pleasantly surprised. I mean, look at this spaghetti plate. It was £1.50. The shoes were pretty reasonable as well, around £3 to £5. This was a sheepskin jacket and it was £10, and this leather jacket as well. Typically when I go to charity shops in my local area, leather will cost like £50, and I'm not even in London. So like I said, it was pretty refreshing. Saying that, the next charity shop I went to had a Lacoste jumper for £50. So it's a little bit all over the place. I'd love to know in the comments what the prices are like in your charity shops. Come charity shopping with me. This was Pilgrim's Hospice in Sandwich. If you're new here, hi, I'm Soph and I'm obsessed with charity shops, and I can't go past one without going in. So Sandwich is actually a tiny little town in Kent, and they have some pretty good charity shops, and there's a lot of vintage. This was 100% cashmere jumper, that was £18. I love M&S linen shirts like this one. I actually wish I'd bought that. I don't know why I didn't, but they are such a good summer staple. The shop also had quite a few vintage shirts. There was a lot of knitwear. This was a Denim and Supply Ralph Lauren cardigan for £24, and it's actually going for $49 on eBay, so it was a steal. This was a gorgeous suede jacket. It wasn't the right one for me. Another thing, I'm not sure why I left. This quilted jacket was so cute. Would you have picked up anything that I showed? I went back to one of my favourite charity shops and it did not disappoint. If you're new here, hi, I'm Soph and I'm absolutely obsessed with charity shops and I can't go past without going in. So this is Pilgrim's Hospice Vintage Shop in Canterbury, and they have a lot of good stuff. This coat was Urban Code faux fur. It was £40, but Urban Code coats go for like £400, so that's a pretty good deal. I love a sparkly bag, and this one was no exception. I was really tempted by these earrings, but they are clip-ons, and I just find clip-ons fall off my ears all the time. If anyone has any ideas on how to make clip-ons stay better on my ears, please let me know in the comments. Now, the next thing, this was my favourite find of the day. It looks like a US Army issued aviator jacket. It was in absolutely perfect condition. I just didn't have any need for it. Follow along for more charity shop and secondhand videos. I found a £400 jumper in the charity shop for just £4.50. If you're new here, hi, I'm Soph and I'm absolutely obsessed with charity shops and I can't go past without going in. So this was in Crisis in Dalston. This was a Bob Mackie fleece. I really liked this oversized checkered dress. They also had this one as well. It was quite cute. This knitwear was really nice as well. I did not need another cream cardigan. I'm after some gingham trousers. They were just way too small for me. Next stop was Mind, and I love these cowboy boots. They just weren't leather, so I left them. New with tags weekday, hand knit, crochet top. I thought the open back detail was cute. This was vintage Principles, which was nice, and these trousers were actually really good quality. Final stop was Sense, and that's where I found this jumper. I thought it looked cool, and the tag said MCQ, which I knew was an Alexander McQueen diffusion line. So a quick Google lens told me that this was in fact Alexander McQueen, and it had been worn by Noel Fielding on the Great British Bake Off. Here's everything I left behind in the charity shop and why. First thing was this really cute vintage knit. I just didn't like the colour. This jacket was very cool. I love tiger print. Again, wasn't keen on the colour. This Ulta Zara knit was £70, so I left it behind. These wallabies were way too small for me. It was at that point where the manager of the store got a bit funny about me filming, so I got embarrassed and I left. I love metallic loafers, but these Penelope Chilvers ones were just too small for me. My old housemate would have loved these ACG trainers. They're just not my style. I think it was quite a good price for £36. Don't know why I left this behind. I really liked it. I did not need another leather jacket, but this was a Marge one. And the final thing I left behind was this Damson Madder vest that was new with tags. It just wasn't my colour. This video is proof that you can find designer things in the charity shop. And this is everything that I found recently in Little Lives in Tooting. First thing was this Burberry cardigan. I spotted this Mulberry Roxanne bag. This is like old Mulberry and it was £199. This is a Balmain blazer and they have absolutely beautiful tailoring. This is a Wolford skirt. They retail for over £100. Another designer item, this was a Dolce & Gabbana knit. Are Dolce & Gabbana still cancelled? Anyway, it was still cool. This Acne Studios skirt, I really thought this was going to be my size, but it just didn't fit me. And final find was this Yves Saint Laurent shirt. I found a Max Mara dress for 95% off in the charity shop. If you're new here, hi, I'm Soph and I'm obsessed with charity shops and I can't get past without going in. So I went to my local charity shops recently and these are a couple of the things I found. My 2012 self would have died finding these. Black milk was an absolute staple on Tumblr in 2012 and those skirts were $5.99 each. I kind of wanted to buy them just for the nostalgia. I love a sequin jacket, but I just did not need another one. So I went into a charity shop that I think might be closing down. Every time I've gone in, there's less and less stuff, but they did have these beautiful Frank Usher sets. And also, if you're an Aldi fan, that is the thing to buy. They had this 70 and mochi waistcoat. This was £35. But I was browsing the dress rail and this is the moment where I realised that I'd found a Max Mara dress and it was £12.50. Obviously, I snapped that up right away and a quick Google search said that it is selling or it's sold for around €300. So a seriously good find. I thought these CK jeans were very cool. They were just sadly too small for me. I thought this coat was an affordable way to try the barn coat trend. And I also spotted these Adidas track pants and these amazing leather trousers from Gap.